Hey there, tech enthusiasts! Welcome back to another deep dive into the fascinating intersection of science and technology. I'm Jack. Today, we're going to tackle a question that sparked countless debates. Can the radiation from your smartphone harm your brain? It's a topic loaded with myths, misconceptions, and some hard science. So, grab your favorite beverage and let's get into the details. Let's start with a quick primer on the brain. Your brain is a marvel of biology, housing over 86 billion neurons. These neurons communicate using electrical signals, and it's this electrical activity that underlies everything you do, from thinking to moving. Surrounding this incredible organ is the skull, which provides some protection against physical impacts and certain types of radiation. Now, RF radiation, like the kind emitted by your smartphone, is non-ionizing. This means it doesn't carry enough energy to break chemical bonds or cause ionization in human cells. Instead, it's more likely to cause heating effects, like warming the skin. Before diving into the specifics of how smartphones might affect our health, let's understand how they work. Modern smartphones, whether it's an iPhone, Samsung Galaxy, or any other device, operate on electromagnetic waves. These waves, which include radio frequency, RF radiation, are used for various functions like calling, texting, internet browsing, and even using GPS. When you make a call or use data on your phone, these electromagnetic waves are emitted and absorbed by the phone and your body. So, what is this RF radiation? Well, RF radiation is a type of non-ionizing radiation. Unlike ionizing radiation, like X-rays or ultraviolet light, which have enough energy to remove electrons from atoms, RF radiation does not have that power. It cannot break chemical bonds or ionize atoms in the way that more dangerous forms of radiation do. However, even though RF radiation is non-ionizing, it can still cause thermal effects, meaning it can heat up tissues. If you've ever felt your phone get warm after prolonged use, that's the result of RF radiation interacting with the phone's internal components and your skin. While this heating is generally not harmful in small amounts, some experts believe prolonged exposure could lead to deeper biological effects. So, how does this RF radiation impact our cells, specifically our brain cells? Well, when you hold your phone near your head during a call, the RF waves are absorbed by the skin and the underlying tissues. In particular, the areas of your body closest to the phone, like your ear, face, and brain, experience the most exposure. The brain, being made up of electrically active cells, is particularly sensitive to electromagnetic fields. These waves can penetrate the skull and reach the brain, which has led some researchers to wonder if prolonged exposure might lead to neurological issues like headaches, memory problems, or even more serious conditions like brain tumors. There's no shortage of studies on the effects of smartphone radiation. One of the largest studies conducted on this topic is the Interphone study. This multinational research, which was carried out by the World Health Organization, looked at the link between mobile phone use and brain tumors. The results were mixed, showing no clear connection between phone use and cancer, but some evidence suggested that long-term, heavy use might increase the risk for specific types of brain tumors. On the other hand, the National Toxicology Program, NTP, in the US, conducted studies on rats exposed to high levels of RF radiation. They observed some tumors in the hearts of male rats, but these findings don't necessarily translate directly to humans, as we are exposed to far lower levels of radiation. So, based on the current scientific evidence, the general consensus is that the risks associated with smartphone radiation are minimal. Most of the research does not indicate a significant threat to our health, but there is still some uncertainty. The key takeaway here is that while we don't have definitive proof of harm, it's always a good idea to be cautious and mindful about our exposure. If you're still worried about the potential risks of smartphone radiation, there are simple precautions you can take to reduce your exposure. 1. Use speakerphone or a Bluetooth headset to keep your phone away from your head. 2. Limit the time you spend on the phone, especially for long conversations. 3. Use your phone when the signal is strong, as phones emit less radiation when connected to a good network. 4. Keep your phone away from your body when it's not in use. Don't carry it in your pocket all day. Looking ahead, the conversation around smartphone radiation isn't going away. As technology continues to evolve, so does the way we interact with it. The introduction of 5G networks, for example, brings higher frequencies and faster speeds. Some people are concerned about the potential health implications of this newer technology. However, current research shows that even 5G frequencies fall within safe exposure limits. So, what's the final verdict? Is smartphone radiation really dangerous? Based on the science we have today, the answer is, it's not definitively harmful, but it's not completely risk-free either. It's important to stay informed and use common sense when it comes to how we use our devices. That's it for today's deep dive. I hope you found this information useful. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, and I'll try my best to answer them. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe. Don't forget to hit that like button if you learned something new today. See you in the next video.